Hello everybody, this is Yevgen from OWOX, a team of professionals who believe in making better marketing and business decisions based on data to optimize growth. And I'm thrilled and excited to be here with you guys today and guide you through the process of using the power of data and marketing analytics to boost marketing effectiveness. Because at the end of the day, every business is about getting profitable. Let me start with a bit of the prep things here. We've already covered that you guys were not able to hear me, but now you can. That's great. All right. So why don't you type into the chat what's your role in the business? Whether you are a marketer, whether you work with data, whether you are a data analyst, whether you are a C-level, what's your role in the business? That would be awesome, because on today's training, I'm going to give a lot of cool tips and tricks for both marketers, analysts, for the C-levels, basically for everybody who is anyhow related to marketing. Okay, Ruslan is an e-com lead. That's great. All right, this is going to be cool today. Please block everything that is going to be distracting you for the next 30 or 40 minutes or so, maybe up to an hour. And I promise you, I'm gonna give you guys the valuable training. So at the end of it, you'll be equipped with the knowledge, with the tools, with the possible options to boost your marketing effectiveness with the right analytics stack your business deserves. So you improve decision making at every stage of the paid acquisition process, so you can improve your marketing ROI, and I promise you, I'll make it worth your time. We're going to be running terrifically fast today and covering a lot of really cool things, a lot of really important things. So I hope it won't be boring for you. Thank you for joining me live today. Donnie is a Google Ad expert. That's great. Let's dive right in. So what we're going to cover today. On this training today, we'll discuss the 5 reasons why full funnel analytics will simplify your life. Whether you are a C-level, a marketing leader, a CMO, head of growth, or a digital marketer, or you're running some paid ads, or you're just a data expert, today I'm going to cover how basically any marketing analytics setup will save your time. Number 2, we'll cover how to correctly evaluate the effectiveness of marketing investment. Because we know Facebook ads shows its own data, Google ads shows its own data, so on and so forth. So you open an account or a CRM, you have some weird numbers that don't match with the analytics system, with the ad platform system, with basically all of the numbers, they are different. I'm going to show you guys how you can avoid this. The most fun part actually in this training is about the analytics evolution. It's about the 5 levels of marketing analytics. It's about the 5 levels of analytics setup for your business. What are possible scenarios? Who are they for? What are the pros and cons for each of them? And more importantly, what your business needs right now. Because not every business needs the most complicated analytics setup ever. What is the right setup that you definitely should implement for the business today, and what is the one that you should consider in the future? All right? So part number 4 is going to be about the key drivers for growing ROI with marketing analytics, how to use analytics to optimize the strategy, and what are the best practices here. And if you stay with me live till the end, I'll show you a step-by-step analytics solution checklist for e-commerce businesses. That's not going to be available in the recorded version of this webinar. Only if you stay with me today till the end, you'll get the checklist right here, right now on this training. So I've already mentioned briefly who is this training for, but let me just cover this once again in a bit more details. If you are a marketing professional, if you are running ad campaigns, if you are responsible for specific channels, like Donnie, who is a Google Ads expert, you need to use the power of data. You can use spreadsheets or specific analytics setup, but really you should be using the results of what you've already done to optimize your ad strategy in the future. So even on the basic level. If you're a C-level exec, that's pretty easy. You want to know how to simplify your life with up-to-date reports, how to reallocate the budget based on data between the platforms, between the campaigns, between the ad sets, between the ad groups, whatever it is, based on reliable and trusted data, not some handmade spreadsheets or numbers that you don't trust. If you're a growth or marketing leader, you might want to showcase the results of your work to the C-level or to the board. And you want to show that the money you spend on ads or other marketing activities results in sales in your CRM system, with a visible connection between your ad spend and revenue. You want to close this loop. Or if you're a digital analyst, a data professional, you are passionate about data and you're just looking at a way to simplify your life. Whether you are comfortable with SQL or not, today we're going to discuss the possibilities on how to apply your skills to data analysis, not the data preparation. That's what the machine can do instead of you. So let's dive right in. What is marketing analytics? Here is how ChatGPT describes what the marketing analytics is. Marketing analytics is the process of collecting, measuring, analyzing, and interpreting data related to marketing efforts. It involves using data and statistical analysis to evaluate the performance of marketing campaigns, strategies, and channels in order to make informed decisions and optimize future marketing efforts. Marketing analytics plays a crucial role in helping businesses understand their customers, improve their marketing ROI, and achieve their marketing goals. Well, basically, that's not something that ChatGPT said. I had to edit it a lot to get this text, and I promise you guys that was the only part written by ChatGPT. I'm not going to use it anywhere else again on this training. So just to be clear, analytics doesn't change your ROI by itself, kind of like a disclaimer. But that's the most efficient tool to save your time, reduce AdWaste, optimize the most profitable campaigns, and as a result, improve your ROI. So, what are the key aspects of analytics? Marketing analytics begins with the collection of relevant data. The data can come from various sources, including ad platforms, on-site analytics, user behavior, social media, email marketing tools, CRM systems, basically any kind of third-party marketing tool. Analytics is always about data as the main unit of information. Once data is collected, it needs to be processed and organized into a format that is suitable for analysis. This often involves transforming data, so what we call a business-ready format. Complete data in a unified structure. Analytics is about the system, about something comprehensive and integral that is built from the elements. Once the data is unified and matchable, it's time for the data visualization. You basically visualize appealing reports and the best way to communicate insights and findings to stakeholders within the organization and to make decisions faster. By the way, what are the metrics that should be visualized, right? Marketers typically track their performance indicators to measure the effectiveness of their efforts. Common marketing metrics include conversion rates between the funnel stages, cost per click, cost per lead, cost per activation, cost per order, cost per checkout. Whether it is specific for your business, for your sales funnel, you need to track what matters for you. But at the end of the day, there are just three main metrics for most of the businesses. One, there is a customer acquisition cost. And number two, which is a customer lifetime value. That's the average revenue that one customer brings to your business over the lifetime. And number three, return on investment, ROI. Well, sometimes it can be the return on the ad spend for your business if you're running paid ads. But for the whole marketing team, the KPI is usually around the ROI. For sure, the number of orders, activations, trials, paid subscriptions, revenue, that is important. But that's simple, all of you guys know this. Analytics is about marketing efforts and effectiveness. What matters the most in marketing? Next, insights. Marketing analytics helps businesses understand their target audience better. It provides insights into customer behavior, preferences, demographics, geo, enabling businesses to tailor their marketing strategies to meet customer needs. Basically, to target the right customers at the right place, at the right time, with the right message. That's what analytics enables you to do. Next, campaign optimization. Well, you've got your insights, you've tracked the campaign metrics. It's time to use this knowledge to identify what worked and what didn't, so you can optimize the current or future campaigns, allocate resources more effectively, and improve the overall marketing performance. Because marketing is about making decisions, and ideally, if those decisions are going to be data-backed. Attribution. If you have only one traffic source or the sales cycle of your business is relatively short, that's something that would not significantly impact your marketing strategies. But if you are making a few touches before conversion, sale, or just another conversion event happens, like you show the Google ad, you show the Facebook ad, you send the email, you send the LinkedIn ad, some kind of personal phone calls, whatever it is, those are the touch points that should get their own stake of the sale amount. But what the proportion is? Look, I was running a webinar on marketing attribution a couple of months ago, so you can watch it on our website, or we can cover the attribution thing in a bit more details later today. And you can basically watch it whenever you want. Predictive analysis. I'm not going to dive deep now, because that's one of the drivers. That's what we're going to be discussing by the end of this training. So last but not least, analytics is about continuous improvement. It's an ongoing process. Business continually gather and analyze data to refine their marketing strategies and adapt to changing market conditions. Analytics is about sales and making money as the main goal of every business. In summary, marketing analytics is a data-driven approach to marketing that helps businesses make informed decisions, improve their marketing effectiveness, and ultimately achieve their marketing goals. It's a critical tool in today's digital age, not only for measuring, but for maximizing the impact of marketing efforts and growing ROI. So, why your brand needs marketing analytics today? I've promised to cover the 5 reasons, and here is the reason number 1. Marketing analytics allows you to utilize quantitative and qualitative decision-making so you can make correct business decisions. For example, about the cross-channel or cross-campaign budget allocation. Reason number 2, it saves you time on data preparation, which can be used more effectively than working with spreadsheets or CSV files. Marketers should work on creative, on decision-making, on something that can't really be outsourced to a machine. Reason number 3, marketing analytics allows you to grow ROI and revenue. Bad data, bad decision, time is wasted. Quality data, better decisions, more revenue, more profits, better ROI. That's as easy as that. Number 4, you can create targeted strategies. Remember, right place, right time, right message, higher conversion rate. You can't miss this opportunity to use the power of personalization. And reason number 5, it allows you to detect small problems before they become big, like wasting money on inefficient ads that your ad platform shows as profitable. Now, how you can implement marketing analytics. What is the right analytics stack for your business right now? So there are basically 5 levels of analytics built out, and I gave them those funny names here just to illustrate the difference and to make it more interesting. So number 1, I call it the manual detective. Number 2 is the automation beginner. Number 3 is the growth enthusiast. Number 4, the online insights professional. And number 5, the ROI alchemist. And we'll cover all of them in more detail right now. So let's start with the manual detective. So who is this setup for? So it's for small businesses with a low amount of traffic, with the low ad spend, with just a few paid traffic sources. And probably even the most important is that they don't need to act on insights immediately. So how it works? Basically, you collect all of the data into the spreadsheets from your advertising platforms like Google ads, Facebook ads, LinkedIn ads, all sorts of ads. From Google Analytics as your main analytics tool. It's free, it's cool, everybody using Google Analytics, right? You can even collect the data from your sales CRM. You just download the CSV file, you just put it all together in one spreadsheet, and you try to somehow blend this. Well, the problem is you'll be able to do so. This is doable. You'll be able to analyze those data. You'll be able to make some decisions. You can even go and visualize the data from spreadsheets in Google Data Studio. But the problem is you're not going to be able to do this accurately all the time without actually spending a lot of time and effort. So the only benefit of this solution is it's a free solution. Now, a lot of cons here. It's hard to set up, it's time consuming, you'll never have a source of truth in your organization because every time you'll need to find that specific spreadsheet. Because the numbers between different systems won't add up. And you'll have limited update possibility. Like, you'll have everything done manually anyway all the time. And the last one, the spreadsheets have a lot of limitations. For example, the number of rows in a document and the processing speed when the data set becomes really huge. So I hope you guys are not going to be using this, but that's kind of a solution that all of us use. That's totally fine. I remember I was doing that a couple of years ago in another business. So we were manually collecting the data from Facebook ads and merging them with the CRM data inside the spreadsheets. When you don't have a lot of conversions, that works. When you don't have a lot of cookie restrictions or other limitations, that works. But when you're growing the business, you just need something more. The next solution I call the automation beginner. This is where you actually start to use some kind of automations besides the add-ons to Google Sheets. Now, who is this type of analytics setup for? Again, this is for small businesses, which don't have a lot of website traffic because of GA limitations. It's called the data sampling. And you don't have a lot of transactions, so you are fine with a relatively low accuracy level of your data. This is a solution when you use Google Analytics as the main analytics system, but you enhance it with data from the other advertising platforms like Facebook ads. So look, GA is the tool for tracking conversions and it works well with it. But it doesn't have any information about how much have you spent on the ads outside of Google Ads or on other activities. That's why without adding those costs to Google Analytics, you can't really analyze the campaign effectiveness because you need to merge the cost and the revenue. And there are basically two ways to upload those non-Google ad costs to Google Analytics. The first one is manual. You download the cost data files from Facebook, you change the structure, you delete the unused columns, you download the same file from LinkedIn ads, you somehow blend this together, and you then push this CSV file to Google Analytics. It's time consuming, really. Well, if you don't need to do it every day, that's fine, you can do it. But there is another solution which is automated and which doesn't cost a lot of money. And you can do this with us, you can do it with other brands, that's totally fine. You'll just need to collect data from advertising services to some sort of data warehouse like Google BigQuery. Then the tool transforms your data in the Google Analytics 4 accessible format. Just use the SQL templates and that's it. And when the data is merged between the platforms, you can push that then CSV file to the SFTP server that Google Analytics will grab the file from. 10 minutes to set it all up, again, either with OWOX or with other platforms, with other solutions. That will work for you. So if you're a relatively small business, and this is fine for you, I would enhance the Google Analytics data with non-Google advertising costs. If you are afraid of using Google BigQuery, if that's something new, if that's something complicated, let me just tell you what it is. So BigQuery is a multi-cloud data warehouse by Google. It's designed to help organizations to store and process vast amount of data quickly and effectively. And it's relatively cheap. Like, even a small business can afford using Google BigQuery. If you're a small business and you're going to be using it right, it's just going to be storing marketing data over there. It would really cost you close to zero. It's like 0.02, like 2 cents per gigabyte per month. But let's get back to our analytics level here, what the pros of this is. All right. Andre in the chat is asking if it's possible to upload costs without BigQuery. Well, it is. You can do it manually. You can collect the data. You can do all the data preparation yourself, and you can either push them to Google Analytics right away, or you can set up the SFTP server, and you can push that CSV file to the SFTP server that Google Analytics will grab from. So it's totally fine. It's just easier to do it with the Google BigQuery. I hope that answers your question. All right. So this solution is not free, but it's cheap, especially if you're going to spend at least a couple grand a month on ads. Would it be okay for you to pay like less than 1% of the ad spend to improve the ad efficiency? I'm pretty sure the answer is yes. That's the easiest analytics setup for every business to set up. And this is the minimum viable analytics setup that every business running ads should have in place. All right? But what's the cons of this solution are? Well, first, you'll get a lot of direct non-traffic. You'll have a lot of sessions and transactions with unknown traffic sources because of the privacy regulations, because of the cookie restrictions, all that kind of stuff. Google Analytics is just the initial level of the on-site behavior tracking. That's why it's that. The second issue is data sampling. Again, if you're a small business, you are totally fine to go with this. But if you have a lot of visitors making a lot of actions on your website, which are events, you are going to be sampled. Your data are going to be sampled. You won't see your real data. You'll get some group data which are far away from reality. Number three, it's marketing attribution. Basically, there are just a few attribution models left in Google Analytics. The last click model is hopelessly outdated. The data-driven attribution by Google is a black box solution. And the last non-direct click attribution model is totally fine to be used. But it is significantly hurted by the direct non-issue. So number four, Google Analytics 4 interface is hard for non-technical users to handle. It's not created for marketers anymore. And it's definitely not for the C-level execs if you need to share the reports with them. Number five, the reports in Google Analytics, especially in the other platforms, for the other ad platforms, are going to have the low granularity. Remember, I said that you can upload the non-Google ad costs to Google Analytics 4. Yes, you can, but only at the campaign level of granularity. That's not the restriction of any of the solutions on the market. That's the restrictions of the Google Analytics 4. You won't be able to see the ad name, the ad set name in terms of Facebook ads inside your non-Google report in Google Analytics. That's why you can use a special kind of a campaign markup when you put a lot of, like basically all of the things inside the campaign name, and that's how you optimize the campaigns. You just have to remember this, and you'll need to change the campaign markup and add the UTM-ID to every ad, to every link, to match the transaction spend with the conversions inside Google Analytics. Now, let's try to overcome some of those weaknesses, okay? The next solution I call the growth enthusiast. That's where nothing really complicated happens yet. That's still a setup based on Google Analytics 4 tracking. But who is this for? It can be used by both small and medium-sized businesses. The traffic should still be below the sampling limit if you want to get the correct data. But if you want to get the full visibility into digital KPIs, really above the campaign level of granularity, like you can get the ad set names, the ad names inside the report matched with the revenue. And this would be good if you need to share these reports with a business user, like with the C-level or with the board. Remember, the Google Analytics 4 interface is not the one you'll ask your boss to look at. But the Looker Studio, which is a free tool by Google, or Power BI or Tableau as the paid visualization tools, will make it happen. And how does it work? Well, you basically collect all of the data inside Google BigQuery. Not only the ad cost data, but you'll add the Google Analytics 4 data on top of that. then you'll be able to merge this data, to blend this data together inside Google BigQuery or with a specific other data preparation tool. So you prepare those data with some kind of transformations, you get the dashboard in Looker Studio. We have the templates for this, both for transformations and for the dashboards. And you can basically use this, or you can build it in the other BI tool if you want. So the data are in your BigQuery project. You can do whatever you want with them. It's typically integrated with Tableau, Power BI, Click, whatever you want to use. So what are the pros of this solution? What's good? It's still a low-cost solution. It's really easy to set up. Basically, you'll be able to upload those data from Google Analytics to BigQuery in close to real time for free. It's a native connector between those systems. They are both built by Google. You'll get the reports of the granularity you need to track the ad performance. And you'll get the single source of truth. You'll have the storage for all of your data, both user behavior, the ad cost data, all of that together. And you'll get the data ownership. Like it's very important from the legal standpoint. We'll talk about this a bit later. But what the cons of this solution are? Well, basically they're still the same. We've been able to overcome just 2 out of 5 from the previous one. There is no more usability thing for report sharing or report reading by your boss, and you're getting the full visibility into the performance with the reports with any granularity you need. Now it just depends on your campaign markup. But all of the rest stays the same. We still have the direct non-issue. We still have the data sampling. We still have the same issue with attribution. It might not be applicable for all of you guys, but direct non-thing is something that we all experience. And you know what? When it comes to attribution, I'm far away from imagination that Google is not overestimating the campaigns on Google Ads over the campaigns on Facebook Ads. Well, just because the Google Ads is the platform by Google. All right? But we are getting there. In the next setup, we are going to overcome those 3 issues with the direct non-traffic, with attribution model, and with data sampling. I call it the online insights professional. That's where you are really going to have way more reliable data to making decisions. Not 100% match with the reality yet, but the best possible to get on online data without complicated techniques. Well, who is this for? This is for small and medium-sized businesses with at least 2 paid traffic sources who want to discover the true acquisition sources of conversions, like really know where the specific conversions come from. You know, I worked in the marketing agency before. We were running a lot of paid traffic for our clients, and we were basically acting blindly when allocating budget because we were limited with the Google Analytics 4 tracking. We were not using anything else except Google Analytics, and that was the problem because the tracking was not the accurate one. And last but not least, if you are doing business in the European Union, you should know that GA is a tracking system that might cause relatively huge fines. For example, Swedish Tele2 over $1 million just a few months ago. That's why you just have to keep that eye on the user privacy. We really have a case study when the large SaaS brand Pandadoc was looking for a GA replacement as a result of a request from a legal department to stop using Google Analytics for tracking. So that's not something like the analytics team was looking for an analytics solution or the marketing team was looking for an analytics solution. No, that's the legal team was looking for the analytics solution for the analytics team. So the legal debt basically forced the better analytics quality. So what is different in this solution? That tiny purple icon at the bottom. This is what we call OWOX BI streaming. It's a cookie-less real-time on-site user behavior data collection that is accurate and privacy compliant. What the pros here are? Well, it's the high value to cost ratio. It's still really easy to set up. You don't need a tech team to handle this. Like if you're a marketer, if you're a C-level, you'll be able to set this up for your business in just a matter of 30 minutes or so, without any external team or of technical people. And if you already have your GA4 tracking in place, that's going to work seamlessly. It's fully privacy compliant. You are not going to be fined for using this in Sweden, in Norway, in Finland, in France, in other European countries. You can use the reliable attribution model built by your rules, and you can try many and select the one that's used for your specific needs. So, are there any weaknesses in this solution? Sure. We can always find some weaknesses in any kind of analytics build-out. And this is not an enterprise kind of analytics for $5,000 per month. You'll still have the gap between the online data and the data in your CRM. For example, if there is the return or refund happens, your analytics won't ever track this. Or if you use the pay upon delivery method of collecting the money from your clients, you won't be able to track unpaid orders in marketing analytics system. That's why you might still have that budget approval challenges if you are a marketer, for example, and you want to prove your value to the board. You want to show that, okay, here's the money I've spent, here's how many clients I got, here is the revenue. And it's the same as in the CRM. But there is a solution that really addresses all of those pain points, like closing the loop between actual sales data and marketing efforts. Oh yeah, it is. I call it the ROI alchemist. You're just you can be in just full control over the connection of the dots between spend and revenue. How many orders, how each dollar of value corresponds to the dollar of ad spend, and the other way around. So this is basically for any kind of business with at least 2 paid traffic sources and who really needs to connect those dots, for who that's really important, who has the big difference between the numbers in the analytics system and the numbers in the CRM. If you are an e-commerce store, if you are a SaaS, if you are in the fintech niche, whatever it is, it might be your case. Yes, that's the most complicated way of setting up the marketing analytics, especially comparing to previous 4. But sometimes it's just something that business needs. So what do you get if you add the CRM layer of data into the marketing analytics? You'll get an incredible value to cost ratio, because you're going to be able to optimize your ad campaigns based on real orders, real value, not the tracked orders or tracked values, how good the tracking it is. If you have the business with a pay upon delivery method of collecting money, you just cannot live without this. Whether you set up OWOX BI or you set up another advanced analytics tool, you'll get the main goal of this analytics level, of this analytics setup. You'll be able to build advanced attribution models like machine learning, conversion lift, similar to data-driven by Google, but by your rules. You'll be able to really evaluate the value of each paid click at every stage of your sales funnel. You'll get the full funnel level of view of your marketing performance. And you'll be able to optimize the ad campaigns not only by one KPI like sales or revenue, but you'll be able to really evaluate everything and boost that conversion at every step of the sales funnel. There are basically no cons in this analytics setup, but it has a couple of requirements. It's like time, it's effort, it's expertise, it's support to maintain this setup. All right, we have a question in the chat from Donnie. From how much ad spend would you say this solution is worth investing in? Well, I would say that it is really important to consider the ad spend and the spend on analytics setup for kind of the previous level of analytics. But this one, which is an enterprise level, it's more related to the possible loss in revenue because of this and in the business model. Again, if you have a big difference between the CRM data and the analytics setup data, just in terms of numbers, for example, Google Analytics showed you made 1,000 sales last month and the CRM says it's 300. If the answer is yes, then this is the only analytics setup that business deserves, no matter how much is the spend. And there are possible combinations. You can use one tool or a couple tools for collecting that setup. Maybe you're just going to be using some smart data professionals who are going to be writing the code and collecting the data. So it's not always about money. It's about which one is going to be useful for optimizing the marketing campaigns. For example, I've seen the e-commerce shop that had the difference of 3 times between the CRM data and the online data, just because of the pay on delivery method of collecting money. And that's the only analytics setup that they can use to optimize something, because without this, it just doesn't make any sense. So which analytics build out your business needs right now? It depends on a couple of criteria: size of the business, amount of traffic, number of paid channels, number of transactions, level of tracking accuracy that you need, the data completeness for the decision making that you need to make that decision making, and the sharing reports function. Like, if you need to share your reports to your boss every day, then the reports in Google Sheets or Google Analytics, that's not your solution. But if you don't need to share the reports with your boss outside of like once a year, you can use the Google Analytics thing for it. If you're fine with the tracking, if you're fine with the data sampling, that all is totally fine. What should you do if there is not enough information to act right now? Well, first, let's find the most suitable analytics build out for your business together. Considering all of those criteria I mentioned, you can book a call to speak with one of our data experts. You can do it now, and we'll continue the training. I'll just give you guys a second. I'll grab some water, and we'll talk about marketing reporting, about evaluating the effectiveness of marketing reports in just a second. But if you need help selecting the solution for your business, whether it's going to be our solution, whether it's going to be something else, we're here to help you. Just go to OWOX.com/demo, book a call with a member of our team, and that's it. I'll be right back. All right. So, how to correctly evaluate the effectiveness of marketing effectiveness. So first, you can build a single report for quick evaluation of marketing effectiveness. Like all of the sources, all of the platforms, all of the same metrics, so it's easy to compare, analyze, and optimize. Or another cross-channel report like this. Or like this one, to get all of, and ideal is to get all of them together on one dashboard, so you can just switch between the tabs inside the dashboard, not between the tools or the platforms or anything like that. That's our concept. One dashboard for all of the marketing KPIs. Or you can apply different attribution models to your data and really evaluate the effectiveness of different channels. Check the allocated value to the conversions, choose the one that works for you, and you can start with standard models, and then you can just build something more complicated, like first click, last non-direct click, linear, time decay, U-shaped, and you can quickly compare the conversions distribution between the channels on the dashboard like this. I built this dashboard in like 2 or 3 minutes, and now you can grab my template and use it. It's available on our website, because you know what? What is the most important thing for marketing dashboards? There are kind of 2 rules here. The first one is called visualize what matters the most. You don't need to have those data on the dashboard that you are not going to be using in the decision-making process. And the second thing is all the dashboards should be updated automatically. The role of your analytics solution is to collect the data, process, store, but then to transform, blend, and prepare for reporting. So the report in the dashboard is going to be updated automatically. Either that's like once a day, twice a day, 5 times a day, 1 time a week, whatever frequency you need, that's the one that should be done in the data preparation stage. All right, now let's look at this more advanced dashboard that our analyst experts built. It really allows to dig deeper into your setup and check everything, how everything is included, how everything is calculated. And if you have a longer sales cycle, you want to really evaluate the value of each paid click, you can build some algorithmic attribution models like Markov chains, machine learning funnel-based, conversion lift, or basically the data driven by Google. It's the algorithmic one. It's just a black box because it's not built on your rules. It's something that Google built and you don't know how. Here is how you can see the results of the evaluation of the funnel stages, value into conversion process in machine learning funnel-based attribution model. Next, you can build the cross-channel reports by product category. Like you specify the channel grouping here, you specify the location, like the city, which categories of products are better brought in which location. Or the one like this. Again, it's about the same. It like has the product categories as the columns, and then the locations as the rows, like the regions and then the cities. So what about the key drivers for growing ROI with marketing analytics? Driver number one is about reducing the ad waste. So you do that by correct cross-platform, cross-channel, or cross-campaign budget allocation. You can make informed budget decisions by highlighting which campaigns or activities generate the highest ROI, and then reallocate those resources from underperforming initiatives to those that deliver better results. Not based on the platform number, like whatever Facebook ads shows you or LinkedIn ads shows you. No, you build that, you base your decisions on numbers from the blended data from your ad platform and the analytics platform. Like you get the cost data from the ad platform, but then you add the track data about your conversions from the analytics tool or from the CRM system. Another option here is effort optimization, because there are the channels that are not directly paid, like social media marketing, email marketing, content marketing, and you can determine which channels are delivering the best results and allocate more team efforts rather than the budget. Driver number two is about behavior insights, because when you collect the on-site analytics, that's what Google Analytics is doing for, or OWOX BI streaming is doing for, you get the data about how your visitors are actually acting on your site, and let's use it. Use case number one is the audience segmentation and targeting. Segment the audience into meaningful groups and do precise targeting. Use case number two is the personalization. You can adjust the messages and creatives that always performs better than generic ones. Identify individual customer preferences and behaviors and run tailored marketing campaigns that resonate with the needs or pains of the specific segments of your audience. And use case number three is the conversion rate optimization, or the CRO. Basically, understanding how users move through the sales funnel and where they drop off. Adjust their journey based on the user behavior data. Make changes to the landing pages, forms, calls to actions, and increase the likelihood of conversions. The driver number three is about using artificial intelligence and machine learning in marketing. As I already mentioned, you can build a machine learning funnel-based attribution model so you can allocate credits to the various touch points in the customer journey in the specific proportion that makes sense for your specific sales funnel. This prevents over or underestimating specific channels or campaigns, assuring a fair assessment of each component's contributing to conversion on the whole user journey. The next one is the conversion modeling that refers to the use of ML algorithms to quantify the impact of marketing efforts when a subset of conversions can be observed. For example, when measuring the conversions across devices, there may be a lack of cookies available to link these devices. You can forecast the future trends by leveraging the historical data, so you can predict the potential marketing outcomes. This allows businesses to proactively adjust their strategies and to capitalize on opportunities and mitigate the risks. But that was just the theory of the drivers, right? what specifically can you do or get with the marketing analytics? For example, you can create a recommendation system for the items that suit the best to a specific user. Or you can determine the best items for upsell, cross-sell, and personalized offering. You can create audiences for more precise targeting. You can predict LTV or sales in the future. You can build ad hoc reports to answer your specific questions that you need right now. And you can understand the user behavior, make assumptions, test them, and improve the conversions rate at every stage of the sales funnel. So let's just recap. So what have we covered so far? The 5 reasons why full funnel analytics will simplify your life, how to correctly evaluate the effectiveness of marketing investment. We've discussed the 5 levels of marketing analytics build out. Remember, the manual detective, the automation beginner, the growth enthusiast, the online insights professional, and the KPI alchemist. We've also covered 3 key drivers for growing ROI with marketing analytics. And what's next? So I'll invite you guys to speak to our data experts on the call. And right after I invite you guys to speak, I'll then continue with a bonus that I promised you guys to give on today's training. So our analytics team can actually help you to find the right analytics setup that fits your needs. So you can just book a call at OWOX.com/demo. The whole analytics process starts actually from the collecting the advertising data in a single place. Advertising data, marketing data, email marketing data, all those kind of stuff. And you'll need the data pipelines for it. We've got you covered in OWOX BI, an all-in-one marketing analytics tool for businesses. Then, when you have collected the data, you need to track your website user behavior. You can use Google Analytics for tracking, or you can use the cookie-less solution by OWOX BI. Both solutions is okay. So you can extend the cookie lifespan with OWOX and see the whole conversion journey accurately. But again, it's totally fine if you want to use Google Analytics for tracking. Raw on-site data is automatically collected into your BigQuery project, either with OWOX or with Google Analytics. That's something we do recommend you to do, is to start with the data warehouse and start collecting your data. Even if you're not going to be using them now, I bet you will want to use them in the future. That's just how it works. Because it's your data warehouse, you own the data, that's the data you can trust, that should be privacy compliant for you, and I bet it's cool for you to have the data that you can trust. The next thing is we help you guys to convert the raw marketing data into insights by using a set of plug-and-play templates and pre-built transformations. So you have your data prepared for reporting. Like, you got the data from Facebook ads, from Google ads, from LinkedIn ads, all together. You then merge those data with user behavior from your website, like streaming or Google Analytics. And then our tool is building the data mart, kind of a data set, kind of a table of data to be visualized. And you can just plug that in, the template that we've created for your tracking. And I'll show those templates in just a second. When those all pieces are together, you'll get all of the marketing data visualized on the dashboard. It takes like 30 minutes to set up everything like pipeline, streaming, transformation, and connect the dashboard. You'll get all of your data visualized, and you will be able to make the decisions quickly. So in order to get this, just book a demo with the team of our data experts today. Just go to OWOX.com/demo, and we'll show you how you can get the comprehensive end-to-end marketing analytics setup in minutes. Okay, maybe in 30 minutes, so you can improve your marketing and drive ROI. Just one more time. If you really want to take your marketing analytics to the next level, or if you're just starting out, believe me, you need a trusted data analytics partner and reliable partner to improve your marketing performance. Just book a call at OWOX.com/demo and become data-driven faster with us. Or if you need any help with getting the attribution model built, like custom attribution model, Maybe you just need to download the historical data from Google Analytics Universal. We've just recently published a case study on how we helped our partners to get over 5 years of data from Google Analytics Universal downloaded. That is about to be, that's something that is still important, because you might lose your data in some period of time from today. And our vision is to empower marketers and acquisition specialists to make better business decisions based on data, and to give a tool to data professionals to work faster, smarter, and more efficiently. So schedule a call to speak to a member of our team. We'll answer your questions. You'll get the expert support. You'll get the guidance. You can try AdWax BI for free and transform your data into actionable insights with our help.